Welcome back. We're in Genesis 13. So we just covered Abraham rolling up into Canaan, passing through there, getting into Egypt, being protected there, kind of a little safe haven for while the famine's kicking about. And now he's been ran out of there because he lied about Sarai being his sister, and that, a big poo-poo storm whipped up for the Pharaoh. Moving on, we're in 13. Let's get into it. Abraham went up from Egypt to the Negev, he and his wife and all that belonged to him, and Lot with him. Now, Abram was very rich in livestock, in silver, and in gold. That's it. He went on his journeys from the Negev as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai. To the place of the altar which he had made there formerly. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Now Lot, who went with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. And the land could not sustain them while they were dwelling together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to remain together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. Now the Canaanite, and the Perizzite were dwelling in the land. So Abram said to Lot, "Please, let there be no strife between you and me, nor between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we are brothers. It is not the whole land. Is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. If to the left, then I will go to the right. If to the right, then I will go to the left." Lot lifted up his eyes and saw all the valley of the Jordan, that it was watered well everywhere, that this was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt as you go up to Zor. So Lot chose for himself all the valley of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed eastward. Thus they separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, while Lot settled in the cities of the valley, and moved his tents as far as Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were exceedingly wicked and sinners against the Lord. And the Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated from him, "Now lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which you see I will give to you and your descendants forever. I will make your descendants as the dust of the earth, so that if anyone can count the dust of the earth, then your descendants can also be numbered. Arise, walk about the land through its length and breadth, and I will give it to you." Then Abram moved his tent and came and dwelt by the oaks of Mamre. Mumra, call it that, He-Man. No. Thundercats, which are in Hebron. And there he built an altar to the Lord. So, we're getting a little bit of a picture of just how heavy Abram and Sarai were rolling around. They're well past their 70s. They were like 70 when they left. They are just under 100 when they have Isaac. We'll see. So there's like 30 years that these guys are on this kind of journey and kind of popping up here, hanging out there, and finally everything is just too big. Their cattle, their livestock, or their whole, camels, donkeys, all this stuff is just too much. So they have to separate. Lot goes and settles in. And what's really nice is Abram being his uncle, he's just like, "Listen, man, young man, he doesn't have any children of his own. God's talking a whole bunch of stuff about it, but he's like, I don't have anything right now. So you take whatever you want, and wherever you go, I'll go the opposite way. And no hard feelings." And so Lot goes down and he settles in the valley and moves his people into the cities in the valley. And then Abram hangs out in Canaan, which is the place where God said, "Listen, your descendants are going to occupy this area forever. Let's put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Because he's saying Abram's descendants. If you already know where we're going with that, good. Hold that. Lean into it. Don't shut your brain off. Okay? Don't shut your brain off. Sit in that. Because you've been lied to. Sit in that. Okay? Just get comfy with, he said, Abram's descendants. We'll get into it. So that's about it for that one, though. There's nothing else to really call out except for we're already, before we get into Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed, we're already preluding. It's so bad that just mentioning it needs to be mentioned how wicked this place was. So, but that's it. That is it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Read your Bible.